and welcome to the show. We are here today on Wreckfest, taking a look at a rather entertaining mod. See, every so often I'll go through, the workshop on Steam for Wreckfest and see what there is around, and one particular mod immediately caught my attention. And I mean, you can probably tell from the car that we have, admittedly covered in dust, thank you game, less helpful, but the car that we have on screen, things are far from normal here. Yes, this is a mod that turns basically every vehicle into a jelly car. Now, we tried to, I kind of mostly successfully turned was it a mud digger? I think it was a mud digger. With a little bit of suspension tuning or whatever, using the game's normal tuning, you could kind of make it into a jelly car. However, this mod makes everything into a jelly car, and it's a lot more extreme than you got, of course, than the game would normally let you do. The gremlin is ridiculous. The Matador, the back wheels of the Matador are barely connected. Hold on, it's quite. Oh yeah, yep. Don't ask too many questions. It's a lot silly, but that is part of the point. At the end of the day, actually, I haven't looked. Yep, that's also going to fall over very easily. It's a really silly mod, but I like the idea, so I'm going to go and have a little play with it, because it's not just my car as well that's turned into a jelly car. When I loaded it up very briefly just to see if it did it to the AI cars, and the answer is yes. Yes, it does. So we are going to go racing with some jelly cars against the AI, also in jelly cars. I'm going to start off driving the Venom. It seems like a fairly sensible choice of car. At the end of the day, while yes, the suspension is raised and soft and wallowy and bouncy, starting point of a sportier car, you're going to be slightly better off than the starting point of a truck, for example, or the old Matador that doesn't seem to have any suspension at all connecting it. What could possibly go wrong? No idea how the damage is going to fully interact with this, which should also be fun. I don't think it's going to really change much, although if a car loses a wheel, that might be weird. Possibly. Because, I guess the point the wheel interacts is going to be different, so the car might be really lopsided. More so than normal. I mean, it's going to be lopsided because it's lost a wheel. But let's see what happens. Let us set off and see what might happen in all of this mess. I'm going to go for... We will run to the outside. We have a fantastic start. I forgot. Ooh, okay. I was about to say, forgot. Oh, the AI have fallen over. Then I'm going to get caught on the outside of turn one. Venom's quite good, actually, in this class. And the AI, well, let's look back. I'm using... Oh, that's not that button. I think it's just flick on the analog stick. Okay, that's fine. I'm using a relatively fast car, and the AI vehicles are not always sort of fully upgraded. So we will have some speed in theory on this, but we've got to be... That is a tremendous accident for the van. I'm having real issues with the brakes. That seems to be my biggest problem. I mean, being Wreckfest, getting the braking right is always a struggle. It's so easy to lock the brakes up. In this one, there's a really fine line between just not braking and locking the brakes up, and it's a fine line that is difficult to get right at the best of times, but it does feel like all of this extra suspension travel doesn't help. And I guess that makes sense. You've got probably more weight being chucked forward, or the weight's being chucked more aggressively forward, would be my guess on that. Guess as to what's happening. Whatever the muscle car is, Blitz. I'm trying to remember all of my fictional cars on various games. Oh, slow down. Nope, we're having a wander. That was a big wander under brakes. Oh, we're going to have a fall over. Wow, it's really tough. When that car goes up onto its side, there is not much saving it. So I think traditionally, the jelly cars that you probably know from the Forza stuff that we have done, they normally work in such a way whereby you get a little bit of time. So the point of it is to have a car that falls over but still drives fairly normally, and this is actually really good as far as a jelly car. That's just a funny pile of cars. As far as jelly cars go, this is actually a very effective vehicle. in that it handles normally. It doesn't have massively weird traits, aside from the fact that heavy cornering has it fall over, and a bit of extreme difficulty under braking. But it does have an, if it goes on its side, when it's you don't have much time to save it when it goes up on the two wheels. Some of the entertaining jelly cars who have had, you'll get a bit of a time. You can kind of bring the car back down. The most difficult ones to drive are the ones that just instant roll or close to instant roll. Oh, that's made this area very difficult, and I was committed to that route. I don't seem to want to reset, and I don't quite know why that is. At the end, we're asking the game to do something very unnatural, really. Oh no, you've stolen me wing. Oh, you've fallen over. That's less good. Oh, okay, we could save that one. Maybe at low enough speeds we can get away with it. You're stuck in a weird place. It's going to be a fun game of find where some AIs have got stuck where they wouldn't normally get stuck. We have got a lot of speed. Oh, that's a lot of air time, and I don't have the steering. Can I have a dive bomb on them? Yes. It's not. I actually take it back. Has been effective through all of that. We have got the manoeuvre completed. Third gear was not quite the way on the exit, but never mind. We are currently battling for, that's a very big accident. Please be a car 4 position in front of me, because I've only got one more lap to go. This does actually make the race considerably difficult. Some of the AIs have either got cars or have figured out ways to make speed without falling over. Whoop. There we go, that's fine. We're going to lift the rear wheel up maybe a little bit. Probably a locked diff in the tuning setup would be a good idea, considering the cars are likely to have wheels wobbling around in the air. I was expecting that car ahead of me to be second, but I don't think it is. Oh, that's a big wonder. We just almost got lost in the braking zone, and I was pushing too hard. No. Yeah, I was sending it. It was kind of the last-ditch hope of trying to catch second or even get a victory. They are close together. There's a load of traffic that could cause them grief. Yes! They've blocked the shortcut route, maybe. No, there's a gap. There's a gap. None of it was for position, though. Oh, and that's the victory for the Dodge Charger. I think it was the Crown Vic looking thing. Cardinal? That ended up in second. Damn it. We can only manage... Oh, we can only manage third, and the AI has fallen over. It was Bullet and Cardinal. There you go. Look at that. I have just about remembered stuff. Couldn't quite match the lap time. It is complete... I mean, it's wonderful madness, and that's kind of the point. It's very silly. Oh, right. So that was on a normal circuit. I actually really like that track. One of my favourite circuits on the game. What if we go on something less normal? Where is it? Here. Let's go and see what happens. I feel like this is going to be a bad idea. Do I want a limo? I mean, a limo is always a good option. Actually, let's go with the El Matador. Screw it. Well, my El Matador is very much like my limo. I'm just going to hope that it neither handle great. You know what? Screw it. Let's go try the El Matador. It hasn't got its wheels connected, so this can only be exceedingly good. I see no way this can go wrong. I mean, the big challenge of this is that we're going to be turning, constantly, nearly constantly. The field is going to get spread out very quickly, so sometimes you get away. Figure eights, you can survive some of the chaos if the pack stays close together. Some races you can actually have really good figure of eight racing if the pack stays close together, but in this, the pack is not staying close together. Someone's going to fall over, everything's going to get spread out, and there are going to be cars all over the place. Trying to figure out a rhythm around here is going to be really difficult. I am going to hit relatively hard with the El Matador. That is the theory. We should be able to push stuff out of the way. But, yeah, who knows what's going to happen with this. Uh-oh. Well, the answer I know what's going to happen is a lot of cars are falling over. You, out of the way. Right. I mean, we are already a good way up. This sounds... Oh, God. There's a horrible screeching sound. I thought it was a wheel spin from this. Yeah, we don't really turn. There's not really anything about handling in this. Oh, good God. Yep, we're just going to have to go for it, I think. Yeah, it does rather remove the first few laps of calm from a figure of 8 race, this, considering half the pack is a lap or two, or half a lap down. It was we're immediately have crossover trouble. I mean, it's good for me in that from a bad start, we can probably catch up. And, you know, there's probably not going to be very many finishers in all of this, realistically. Oh, I've played so much Beam of late, I keep using Beam controls for Wreckfest. There's a gap, right? We've found a gap through there. If we actually have a good number of cars... Oh, well, I don't think I hit the rear of that car. Honestly, I think I hit the roof. There are going to be cars in the way, and we have... Oh, no. That's a lot of traffic. Well, we will hit you and do some damage. Sure, I have the damage on intense, I think. Oh, hello. Oh, you are on lead lap. I shouldn't fart around crashing into stricken cars too much. Hello. Oh, you have pushed that. I think the Cardinal seems a little bit... Well, I'll say a little bit more balanced than some of them. I'm going to give you a nudge now, and... Excellent takeout. Oh, it's cleared the fence. Even better. Oh, I mean, it makes the roll to pass challenge much easier. I've done that for a long time. No, actually, maybe not. Let's not go for that. I've thought about trying to hit it in the air, but I also figured it would probably screw me over. Can we do some damage to some of you? Oh, yep. Probably should have gone down a gear. We are going to... Oi, have trouble. Okay, so we can figure out a system. If we're a little bit careful at the crossover, it isn't too bad. And it does help, of course, that a lot of the vehicles are going out. I think a lot of vehicles are out. We've lost a few, but yeah, the numbers are gradually shrinking as we go around. Oh, where are you going? Three-wheeled vehicle? Nope, that's an awkward bounce on a landing. You're stuck on a railing. I'm having a wobble. We're having quite the wobble. And I'm going to bump into your roof again. We are not hitting with as much force as I thought I was going to with this, to be fair. Oh, that's on fire. Oh, I thought that was actually out. It is not. We are already 6 seconds clear. That Cardinal is surprisingly resilient. Some of these other ones, not so much. That is a funny shaped, oh, I've forgotten the name of it. Firefly. There we go. We'll just go underneath the pickup truck. It works. Second gear. Seems good. Oh, it's over the fence. That's, yeah, not what you needed. We have lost some time. I actually do need to concentrate for these next couple of laps. If the Cardinal catches up, we could be in trouble. There is a gap there. There's a lot of wrecked cars. It's not going to be a total everybody's out of the race. Oh, that's a huge wheel. You know what? I think it was an AI called Captain, and you are going to get a load of bonus points because that was awesome. I don't quite know how you ended up doing such a wheelie. I'm gonna guess something was broken in a crash, and the AI just decided to go full throttle and hope for the best. But that was an astonishingly good wheelie. We will clonk that on the way through. We have pulled a little bit more of a gap back out over the Cardinal, which is what we were wanting in all of this. That is a tremendous mess of cars. Hello. I'm going to help out. Well, it did help. It's landed on its wheels. I can be useful occasionally, and we are going to cross the line and celebrate by rolling into a bunch of stricken cars. I feel like the most applicable way to celebrate. Yeah, the Cardinals are fast. Obviously, maybe that suspension, maybe however it works, the suspension's a slight bit different, not quite as raised up, maybe not quite the same limits. Either way, yeah, those were quick, but they got caught up in a load of crashes. So it's difficult to use your lap speed if there's chaos around you constantly. So you get the idea. You get the idea with these vehicles. Now, the next bit I am curious about. What happens if, rather than, here we go. What happens? Now, I'm trying to find the bus. I didn't check to see if these have been altered. The bus doesn't look that much higher than it would normally be. The motorhome does. Let's go motorhome racing. Let's go and stick same as player. We'll just go 4 laps in motorhomes around a street circuit. No, we didn't go street circuit. Sorry, around the rally circuit. But I like this track. It's a fun circuit. Yeah, let's go. Motorhome racing at the best of time is quite entertaining on these. They're one of the more spectacular vehicles to have disintegrate and fall apart. Now they're more likely to fall over and thus more likely to disintegrate. I feel like it's a win-win, really. Ooh, I don't know if we want to be in the middle of the pack, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I don't even know where your best starting point is for this, because I feel like bad things are about to happen into turn 1. Yep. Bad things are happening. Bad things are happening around us. Oh, I've been lent on. I mean, these things fall over quite well on their own normally. I don't think they have quite as ridiculously erased suspension as you get from the cars. They don't seem to have quite the same craziness. Ooh, that was a glorious hit. Oh, crap. Too many vehicles around. Well, my option was slam on the brakes and come to a complete stop, or punt it and hope that I could make my way through. And we went for the punt it and hope. And it could have gone worse. I mean, at the moment, we are just going to pick up places as vehicles fall over, as vehicles drop back. And we'll see if the AI... We're all in the same vehicle here. We'll see if the AI can figure out that. I've got to say, considering the silliness of the car, yeah, I don't do a terrible job of driving it. It's the resetting they seem to get confused by, which is a little bit of a shame. Oh, almost synchronized falling over. Good save. I mean, we'll bump into the back of you. Please don't roll me over. It was a good save to keep... Well, it's still wobbling all over the road, but it was a good save at least. Right, we have got a few laps, 13-second gap. I don't know whether we are going to have the pace to catch up to them. I have just realised, I don't know if the AI has decided... Sometimes when you do these one-make races with things like this, they don't always keep the vehicles in the same class. It's possible we're racing against higher performance ones. We're up to second, though. We are going to have to hope that the leader... No, we can probably check. Yep, it's done what I didn't want it to do. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. It might have more performance. It might... well, we're in the lead. All is good. I'm going to guess that it fell over somewhere along the lines. So, yeah, we have a... I suspect maybe slower is better, to be honest. It's slower, you've got a little bit more control, perhaps less likely to fall over. I say, these aren't actually terribly slow, all things considered. Oh, come on now. The downside of the suspension, trying to race it normally, is... Actually trying to put the power down is a bit awkward. It doesn't... Because you've often got a wheel in the air, or you've got a wheel heavily unloaded, the diffs do not really want to put the power down. As you can see through there. Although it feels a little bit cheaty because the AI, I don't think the AI will tune that sort of stuff, so it feels perhaps a smidge cheaty if I go and mess around with that. You've got to be a little earth if you want to go as fast as possible. The main goal is just don't fall over. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to jinx it. I think I've got a rhythm with this, but I know if I say that, the next corner we will fall over, and we are once again getting caught by an AI vehicle in the closing stages of a race. In fact, there are 2 of them on the way. Now, can we... That's what just falls over. It is glorious. Just every so often you go round a corner, oh, no, I thought one of the ones following. No, they are both still behind me. If one tries to overtake me, I will try and push it over. You know, the most sporting, no, but it's against the AI, it's Wreckfest, and we've got a silly mod. Oh, well, one has fallen over, and one has lost some time. I'm going to hazard a guess they made contact somewhere, and, yeah, led to a toppling and a whole loss of time. We should be okay. Hopefully, if my analog stick... yeah, if that doesn't get stuck looking backwards. That's less than that. That would make the final lap very difficult to achieve. There are bits of motor... Mine has actually finished in remarkably good condition. Is finishing in remarkably good condition. It hasn't finished yet. Don't curse the commentator, but we even still have the ladder, which is, as we all know, the most important bit to keep on your motorhome when racing them, is the ladder on the back that normally falls off immediately. As long as we've still got that, by the end, we've almost got all the panels. There's a big roll in front of us. We can get away some better. The plus point with the suspension being like this, it does kind of cushion the blows on big jumps quite nicely. It actually does survive the big jumps quite well. Oh, there's been a falling over behind us, which means it is a relatively sensible run. We will cross the line on our side. We've got to do a little bit of spectacular stuff. In fact, there was a quicker C-Class motorhome. Lap time-wise, got down to a 102. I mean, my final lap felt alright, but they could get the speed, they just couldn't do the consistency that a human can, apparently, with these. The A-Class ones were terrible. I'm going to guess maybe a bit too fast and fell over a lot. I'm not sure. Hey, my ladder's still on. How is that still attached? It's not really ladder shape anymore, but it is still attached. I am very impressed with that. There we go. Ah, dear. And I think finally we've got to go. Where is it gone? I mean, look, it's not a Wreckfest video if we don't visit one of these truly wacky circuits. So we're going to go Crash Canyon. We're going to up the power of the cars. We're going to go A-Class. Let's do it. I don't know what one of these A-Class cars is any good. I barely use A-Class ever. Sure. A-Class Bulldog. Cornering 1. This should be a thing. I'm going to go with the thing as the best way to describe it. Right, let's go 8 laps around here. 23 opponents in A-Class cars. I mean, Crash Canyon, again, it's one of these races that you can get away with it being relatively calm. If everyone stays on their side of the track, it's actually not that bad. It's not that much of a problem. That's not going to happen here, because what is going to occur is a car is going to be turning to go down the straights, car is going to fall over, car is going to roll across to the other side of the track, and someone's going to collect it, and everything's going to get a mess, and it's going to happen regularly. We are all the way at the back as well, which, I mean, we might stay out of some of the initial chaos. We might also get stuck in some of the initial chaos, because I'll have nowhere to go. Oh, this fell over very easily. It has landed, and then not landed, and then continued to not land. A lot of right. This falls over a lot easier than a motorhome. I will say that much. We should be... Oh, no, don't move across like that. Oh, you pillock. If I make it... Well, actually, we haven't lost too much health. The rolls have been kind of cushioned somewhat. Hey! And that gave us a hell of a boost. I have a feeling a lot of cars are not finishing this. It is going to be a battle of survival. And if we can... Ooh, oh, that's... Yep, kind of what I thought might happen. Has happened. Everything has crashed as we get to the... Oh, there's a big shunt up ahead. But the suspension is very good at cushioning these bumps. Bumps that can be quite nasty for the faster, lower ground clearance cars. This thing is very jelly car-y. You know what? I'm going to push you into them because I can for the spectacle. Oh, well, I've been calmed, haven't I? It was for the spectacle because I thought it would make a cool takeout, and it did. It was a really cool takeout. Unfortunately, Karma did get the better of me. Oh, you were the leader. You know, I guess we can help you a smidge. Plus, it was fun. We've still got 96 health, which is good. Oh, where are we going? Hello, don't mind me. Yeah, at least the actual flips from it don't seem to be too damaging, all things considered. Well, that'll take a big chunk of health off. I guess I deserve that. Yeah, we do... Oh! Ow! I have a big chunk taken. Okay, that hit, that hurt. That hurt quite a lot. Do you know this car's not heavily armoured? I am surprised that didn't do more damage. Well, that thing's fallen over. You were... Oh, I've been karmed again. Damn it. I saw a car on its side, on 2 wheels. I just wanted to help it fall over. I guess it serves me right. Oh, now we're doing a big wheelie. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Where are you going? I don't want to hit into you. We're back in the lead again. The lead is going to change hands a lot, I think, depending on... Don't I see a... Oh, like I say, I saw the dot on the map heading towards us. Didn't know where it was going to end up landing. I just don't know where any vehicle is going to suddenly appear or roll, spiral wildly out of control. Where are you going? That way, apparently. And I've fallen over. We have taken out a car. No! Well, we've been taken out a bit down the same side. Oh, wrong button again. Yep, that side of the car is not great. That side of the car, not the worst in the world. The front wheel is a little bit wobbly, quite a lot bit wobbly, actually. Not that that's really the biggest concerns. You've fallen over again. There's an Eve in the background. Eve apparently has opinions. It's normally Apollo making the noise. I don't know whether the microphone will have picked up the Eve opinions, but There we go. Oh, the mighty roof-mounted wing is out. I don't know how many vehicles are still running. I mean, 4 cars are still running. See that many names. Oh, a lot of cars are not. There's a lot of wrecks littering this centre part. Woo. We are on the side. You are technically running, but not running. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to bounce from wreck to wreck. My front wheel is not really connected anymore, but... Ooh. We don't need to worry about important things like wheels being connected to the car. They're slightly less significant. We are a minute ahead of everything at the moment. Honestly, yeah, this is just going to be a case of if you're still running at the end, I will probably win. I did expect this to a degree. Crash Canyon, oh yeah, we are one of 3 cars left going. Crash Canyon at the best of times, 2 cars, is a bit ridiculous. This has done everything that I wanted it to. Yep, it has made Crash Canyon incredibly difficult. Cars flip and roll and generally disintegrate in an entertaining manner. For some reason this corner's only claimed 1 car. Oh, just a weird quote. Oh, I'm buzzing the limiter, but it wasn't because I was out of gears. Oh, that's steering there. Just because the wheel was in the air. Where is the last car? I want to kill the remaining vehicle. It's gone. We will win regardless. Oh dear. Well, the Bulldog is very, very silly. There's a gear somewhere we can get going forward. Yeah, the Bulldog is quite mad as far as the jelly cars go. But, yeah, the mod. It does exactly what you would want it to do. It does exactly what you expect it to do. And it's a very silly but a good fun way to mess about with Wreckfest. It's cool to see somebody has managed to create these truly insane machines, because they are actually legit very good jelly cars. They fall over easily through the corners while not being, you know, impossible to drive. They still drive, you know, they drive in a straight line, I guess, unless something was buckled. But yeah, their handling traits are perfect for a jelly car, and it's great that all the vehicles have this. Yeah, it does seem some are perhaps a little bit easier to topple over than others, but on the whole, if you want to mess around with jelly cars, this is a great way to go. And the AI are going to get in on the fun of it as well. They have to deal with all the same crap that you do, which can make for some very silly races. Oh, I'm going to have a big accident here, and there's very little I can do about it. I think we have now lost a wheel. We have indeed. We're going to have real problems. Real problems turning left, which is a problem when the circuit is only left. Actually, we could technically get away with turning right around the turny-roundy part. I can't think of a better way of describing it, but we might as well, because that way we might actually get through the corner. No, it's difficult to countersteer if you lose a wheel. That's for sure. Right, Bulldog, get out of there. Gears are somewhere. Yep, I know you're going to spin the wheels uselessly, but we can... So the problem is we turn right, it wants to fall over, and we can't really turn left. It's not ideal having lost a wheel, but we are going to make it still on 50% health. Yeah, it's good fun. It's a silly little mod that I do recommend you go and have a go with. Just if you have to mess around with some jelly cars and to make the AI suffer. Although they can legit be quite fast with them when they get things right. I shall put a link to the mod in the description if you want to go and have a go with it, because, yeah. If you like watching cars fall over in stupid ways and want to try and see how you can manage it, this is the best jelly car you're going to get on Wreckfest, pretty much. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.